That link. Hey y'all, I am back. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Tuesday. I am remote. Oh, I'm not at home. I'm in the A again. I'm in the A. Let me wait for a couple people to get in here. I had to put my hand in a ponytail because when I tell you the heat has been heating, child, the heat been heating. So I had to throw the hair in a ponytail, man. I have throw the hair in a ponytail. Hey there, Lady E. How you doing? What's going on with you? I said I was gonna curl my hair, but y'all, it's been too hot. It's been too hot. And I am not at home. I'm at my daughter's house. I'm on remote because I had to come to the A. I had to come to the A because I'm trying to sell my other little property. So I thought it was going to be a quick one. She told me to come up on yesterday, and I did. And then she got me held off till today. So I said, let me do a little work. Hey, Miss Pamela, how y'all doing? Okay, I said I'm finna pin this hair up in a bun, girl. Because I said I wanted to put some curls in it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, it is extremely too hot. It's too hot. So I put it back in a ponytail. I put it back in our ponytail. What are y'all doing? I hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Also, make sure if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel. I am trying to grow my platform, but I'm going to do my platform in a positive light. Okay. I may discuss some current topics every now and again, but it's not going to be like, you know, whatever. But y'all, it is hot here. It's hot. So what y'all doing? I hope everybody is doing their positive affirmations too. So I hope y'all doing your positive affirmations. And I'm just trying to stay clear of the Georgia heat. Georgia, it is hot. Hey, Miss Latanya. Hey, Sassy D. What's going on, beautifuls? How y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing their positive affirmations. If you're not, start doing your positive. Okay, you're working. Yeah, I'm working too. I'm on my break. Well, my breaks are like an hour. I get 2 15s in an hour. I am on the, I still punch a 9 to 5. So until I could be like Mr. Moore, I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? Or I could be like Tiff or somebody of that caliber. You know what I'm saying? Then I punch a clock. Ain't nothing wrong with me punching a clock. You know what I mean? Hey, Miss Talonda, how everybody doing? Happy Tuesday, everybody. I want everybody to, if you don't have the Believe app, please get the Believe app because, like I say, hey, Miss Shalom, what's going on, beautiful? Like I said, y'all get that app because it gives y'all positive affirmations every day or throughout the day. Hey, Miss Cut You Off. Now, I like that. I love that name. I love that name. Hey, Binky. Okay, so I didn't see Bink. Oh, okay, Binky. Talonda Binky Breath. I never noticed that, Miss Talonda. I ain't never know that. Because when they be saying Binky Bink, I'm like, who is Binky Bink? I don't never see that. Like when I be minding other people's chats, I don't be seeing that. But hey, y'all. Good to see y'all. I am on remote. That I am on remote. Yes, I love that. Miss Cut It Off. Cut you off. That's a good name. Y'all, I'm not gonna be on here too long. Okay, that's you. Okay, Binky Bink. So now I know. So when I see you, Talonda, I'm gonna start saying, "Hey, Binky Bink," because I always say, "Hey, Miss Talonda." But Y'all see my title. And my title says, what's the point or the purpose? What is the point or the purpose for anything that you do? Whether it's good or whether it's bad. And if you can elaborate on that. But I want to know, what's the point or the purpose behind anything you do, whether it's good or whether it's bad? What's the point? And then once you tell me the point, describe the purpose of it. You get what I'm saying? For instance, I can get mad at Binky Bink, right? I call Binky Bink on the phone and cuss her out. Just cuss her out. Because I'm mad at her. Instead of kind of horning my emotions and kind of collecting, why I'm upset with her, so I can have a conversation with her instead of yelling at her or belittling her or downing her in that conversation, I basically just go off. Now, what was my point of going off? I would say because I was angry. I was angry that I went off on her. I was angry, so I went off on her, I meant to say, right? Queen TC, I have a calendar like that. Gives you positive messages each day on it. Any positive affirmation, whether it's on a calendar, whether you get it, sometimes you can get it through. I know my mom used to have those daily words back in the day. You remember those daily words, like scriptures from the Bible? I do that. Well, I have the Bible on my phone, so it sends me a scripture every day. And it always seems like it's pertaining to my day. You know what I'm saying? But I also have the Believe app because, sometimes people don't like to get too biblical with it. They want to kind of have it focus on their day-to-day. So, long as it's a positive affirmation, Miss Latanya. But back to what I was saying. Now, my point for going off on Binky Bink was because I was mad at her, right? Now, what was my purpose? Some people would say when you get enraged, the purpose is to make the person understand what you're saying with malice intent, right? But would that serve a real purpose? Like, would that serve a real purpose that you're out here belittling, that I'm out here belittling Binky Bink because I'm mad at her? What's my whole purpose? To make Binky Bink look bad or to make Binky Bink feel bad? But what purpose is that going to serve me? What purpose would that serve me if I'm going off on Binky Bink because I want her to feel like I feel? The end result to that would be that it's really not serving a purpose. It's really not serving a purpose because you're not going to get any clarity from you being angry because you're feeling some type of way. You're not going to get your point across because if you're yelling, 9 times out of 10, Binky Bink ain't really paying attention to you because you're yelling at her like she a child, right? So the point that you're making is now invalid, or what you're saying is now invalid because you chose to handle it with malice, if that makes any sense. If y'all get what I'm talking about, say, yeah, I got you. Say, yeah, I got you in the chat. Because sometimes we come out here, instead of us controlling our emotions because we're feeling some type of way, let's just talk about content creators, period. Let's just talk about content creators, period. Or celebrities. Let me just put the celebrities. I understand exactly what you're saying. Okay, thank you, Binky Bink. Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay, Miss, cut you off. Okay, so let me tell you why I say that. Just think about celebrities, right? Everybody know that they live extravagant lives. You know what I'm saying? If they live extravagant lives, 9 times out of 10, the lives that they live are going to be scrutinized by people who either are fans, that support them, that follow them, that watch them, all that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people can pick apart a celebrity to down to their shoe, right? It's up to the celebrity whether they choose to come out here and address you, or they choose to be like, I don't even know this person. So I paid them no dust. I paid them no light because I'm still going to be living my life, right? But we can come out here and do live after live after live on an important person. I'm talking about a very important person, like a celebrity, right? And because we may be a little, hey, maybe we don't have the type of funds. Hey, Sassy D, maybe we don't have the type of funds that a celebrity would have, right? Or, oh, I wish I was in their, I wish I was in their status, or, making, some type of, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying to see who that was. Okay, or I may say, okay, well, let me, because I'm not making as much, let me kind of pick them apart, or I don't like them because of their attitude type. I see this a lot with Miss Clarissa Shields, because I follow her. And I be in her chats and I be seeing a lot of people kind of down at her and why she thinks she all that. Well, I take that as, I see a lot of boxers because I watch boxing. So I see a lot of boxers with the same attitude as her. And I'm talking about male boxers who know that they feel like they're the best, who hold titles. So they're going to always be very confident, or they kind of come off as arrogant, right? But because she's a woman, they tend to scrutinize her for doing that. I've never heard anybody do was that Mayweather? I've never heard them scrutinize him, and he's a good boxer. You get what I'm saying? And he's very arrogant and cocky. It's another one that I follow, but he's like a lightweight or middleweight. And he kind of reminds me of my son. His name will come to me in a minute. But he's very cocky and arrogant, but he's good. He has the right because no one has ever beat him, right? So, but because she is a woman, they feel like they can scrutinize her for her cockiness or her confidence. No one has beaten this girl, right? So why shouldn't she be confident like all the rest of the fighters? She's a fighter, right? She's a fighter. So why would y'all scrutinize this girl for being confident as she is? I feel like they do that too. And then, she has the Papoose thing going on, the Remy Papoose thing. She's in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they talk about this girl. They talk about what she dressed, the way she walked. They talk about her. They talk about the way she eat. Like, I'm looking at her chats and people are doing this to her, right? But, she gets back with her people. You know what I'm saying? She does. Whether y'all want to say it or not, Clarissa gets back with her people. You know what I'm saying? And she makes them know that, I'm not, I'm just who I am. I'm not, that person that y'all think that I am. But y'all not going to handle me any kind of way because I'm a woman and I deserve that respect, right? I deserve that respect. So then my thing is, it ain't like she's on here putting her business, like her personal business, online. If y'all look at it, everything has been bought out by someone else. She's not out here putting her business out online. She's not. So what is the point or the purpose for a person that's going to bash her because someone else bought her information out here. She didn't join in on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like she just addressed things that was addressed to her, right? So what is the point or the purpose for people wanting to put her business out here or scrutinize her for the way that she acts or the way that she walks or the way that she maneuvers in her day-to-day, right? It's like they had always something negative to say because this girl is who she is, right? So that brings me back to, what is the point of the purpose? My thing is, if you're putting your business out on display, you know what I mean? Of course, you have content creators who's going to talk about it. You know what I mean? They're going to talk about it. Now, bullying is another thing. Like when you're bullying somebody, constantly talking about, like making a person feel bad, talking about a person's deceased loved ones, which we know we got caught up in it. But what is the point or the purpose for being in negative lights or wanting to be in negative lights or feeling like you have to address someone negatively? You get what I'm saying? Now, people calling out the truth is another thing. Now, a person that's calling out a truth on a lie that's been told, I see nothing wrong with that. So let me get that clear. Let's get that clear. I don't see nothing wrong with a person calling out the truth if some lies has come out here and been told. Like, why would you come out here and tell lies when you really know the truth? Now, if you're trying to protect yourself with the truth, that's understandable. You're supposed to protect yourself if someone comes out here and lie on you. You know what I'm saying? Because the world that we live in, sometimes you can hush up, because I'm more of a person that I've been talked about on this line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, on this line, on this side of, YouTube. I've been talked about. I've been scrutinized. I've been talked about and drugged, and my picture's been, scrutinized and all that stuff, right? But the people who were doing it, I think we only made a video probably with one of the people who kind of antagonized it, right? The other people I said nothing about until they said something to me, right? So what was your point or your purpose? Is it just for your disdain or your dislike for someone that you do that? So what is your real purpose of wanting to be in a negative light? People got to understand that. People have to understand that being in a negative light, it's not going to do you any good mentally, physically, emotionally. Emotional control is something that we all need to work on. Sometimes I lose my emotional control. Let me not act like I'm perfect. Sometimes I lose it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I lose my emotional control with people. I do. Yeah, I'm looking at little buzz because I am outside. But me knowing how to control my emotions makes me a better person, makes me understand, and makes me know how to handle things better than me snapping off or japping off at you. You get what I'm saying? Or me trying to always get my point across to you when I see that you're really not understanding because you just want an argument. Where I'm at in my life, peace is my priority. And I know that all of us is 30 and up on here. Peace should be one of your priorities. Should be one of your main priorities, actually, because that could hurt us and it could mess us up physically. Stress, overeating, Sometimes when we're not happy with ourselves, we do it. Sometimes when we're not happy with ourselves, we tend to do things out of malice because maybe we're not happy with where we are in life or the situation we may be in. We may not be accepting to the position that we carry at that time. So, because I'm in a stupor, I want you to be in a stupor too. Or because mentally I'm not all the way there, I want you to get where I want you to come back down where I'm at and meet me there. No, I just want my people to understand that emotional intelligence is necessary in these days. Only because we have so many judgmental people that you're going to have to learn that. And I know the best thing to do is not to deal with it, but sometimes we do have to come out here and protect. And always have a point to the purpose. And the only way that you're going to understand that, and the only way that you're going to understand your point to the purpose that you're trying to achieve is to have emotional control. Have to be emotional, y'all. Y'all have to be emotional. Y'all have to understand that having an emotional balance kind of levels your mind out. It levels your mind out to know that, okay, even though I know that I'm in a little rage right now, I need to pipe it down and strategically think about how I'm going to solve this problem, right? If you don't have that, everything kind of comes apart to me. This is just my opinion, and I'm just talking from my point of view. This everybody's not going to have the same point of view, or everybody's not going to have the same opinion. So you want to make sure that you're doing everything emotionally possible to protect yourself, to have your peace, to be more at peace with yourself. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say, y'all. I am going live Thursday. I'm back. I had to handle a lot of things last week, y'all, and I was getting myself together. And I know that sometime I have to take mental breaks. I will be in people chats, but I have to have mental breaks. Hold on. Miss Cut You Off said, that's why this is my name. I will cut off anything that's negative or draining for my mental. I'm always readjusting? Okay, readjusting my focus and finding my balance. Yeah. Now, I used to be, how you doing? Yeah, how you doing? Um, I always, my daughter's neighbors, but they used to call me the ghost queen. I was good at ghosting people. I'll ghost you in a minute. My cutoff game is so strong. But now I feel like my cutoff game was strong for the wrong reasons. Let me just say that. It was strong for the wrong reasons. But now when I cut you off, I have a good reason for cutting you off. Because my mental and my peace is more important. So if I'm cutting you off, you had to be disturbing one of those two, my mental or my peace. If you disturbing any one of those two, you cut off. So if people get cut off and they don't understand why they've been cut off with me, think of those two reasons. And then just go back and see, okay, her mental, her peace. What was I doing to disturb her peace? Or what was I doing to disturb her mental? Yeah. And see if the things you were doing, you would allow for yourself. See if the things that you were doing, you will allow, how you doing? You will allow for yourself. The name of the app, Miss Lady E, is Believe. It's BELIEVE. And it has a butterfly, but it's pink. And you can download it. I have Google Play. So if you go to Google Play or if you have an iPhone, just put in the Believe app. And it says it's a positive affirmation app. And actually, you can set how many times you want to have a positive affirmation come to you throughout the day. I think mine come like 4 or 5 times a day because I just like to hear everything or have my mind stay level for that day. Because sometimes it can go off. Like yesterday, I got off work early to go handle this business with my other property. Cause the lady was like, yeah, I got someone who wants to buy it. So I'm like, okay, dang, finally. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm thinking I'm finna come up. Drove all the way down here. Got with her, and she wasn't even at the office. Then I called and I told her, like last week, that, hey, I'll be down there Monday. I took a half a day, so I'll come down there Monday and handle this business with you. And she was like, okay. So I called her today. She's not in the office again today. So I'm going home. But yesterday I had to reprogram my brain. I had to do my deep breaths. Thank you to my sister, Blueberry Boots. She taught me these breathing exercises. I knew that I knew how to breathe, but she also taught me other stuff too, to kind of level your mind a little bit more, so you could be inside here. It's calm. So, because I really wanted to jap out yesterday, but I was like, you know what? I just have to strategically think. I have to do another chess move. You know what I'm saying? How I'm going to do this. I know it's going to be a couple of weeks before I can come back because my mom is having surgery. So I have to go there and take care of my mother for a few days. So I have to work from her house for a few days because she's having surgery and I have to be there. So I won't be able to come back maybe until July. You know what I'm saying? But I have to do what I have to do. Maybe she can do it over email, or maybe I can sign the. Yeah. I just had a call come in. But, hopefully, what I'm saying, I'll get everything done. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can do it and she can I'll have to download it, whatever I have to do and sign it. They need a real signature because sometimes, right? So, with that being said, always have a point to the purpose. Always have a good point to the purpose. I'm not talking about a negative point. I just have to get my point across type situation. Always have a purpose to the reason you're doing what you're doing. Okay, y'all? And I love y'all and thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate all my people. I love y'all. If y'all have not, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will be putting up a cooking video because Sunday, I had a request for some beef ribs, so I made it out of a stew. Well, it's almost like, when you do this beef with the rice and all that stuff. So I'll just show you how I marinated and stuff like that. I always do that, So I finally got that part 2 to my renovations out. So y'all make sure y'all check out that video because I have a little tiny townhome now. You know what I'm saying? So I renovated the whole downstairs, like changed the floors and did, I did me an accent wall and all that stuff. So I did all that by myself. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. Thank you. Let's cut you off. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for looking at me. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. And I want y'all to have a good day. Y'all make sure that y'all do those positive affirmations, okay? Positive affirmation. Mental, is very important. Peace is very important. Okay? I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.